Incredible story, because you started sharing with me, because you've been here for what, for about a month. I want to say it's been 13 adjustments for you so far.
Sounds about right, something like that.
And I've been so amazed every single week when you've been coming in and you're like, just sharing your story about how excited you are, and like, I can't wait, I waited this long to get into chiropractic care. And enough about me, I mean, let them know, like what happened to you from the first time that you got adjusted to adjustment number 13, and this is about to be number 14 here today.
Well, I mean, if you're excited, I'm really excited. I know my way around the gym. I know my body pretty well, and probably about 6-7 months ago, it just stopped working the way that I'm used to it working, and I chalked it up to like age and all these things people tell you about, like you should expect from your body, once certain things happen, certain experiences, but I started working around the pain. It was more just find workarounds, while during my workouts, during, sitting at home or just, hanging out with my friends, I was sort of accommodating the pain as opposed to finding a solution for it. And so I remember very strongly about a month before I started seeing you, I was at a friend's house and we were watching TV, and I couldn't quite get comfortable, and I'm moving around and fidgeting a lot. And he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I can't get comfortable." And he's like, "You need to see a chiropractor." And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Dr. Bo, I was a little skeptical. I was like,
hey, you're not the only one. Guess what? Most of those people watching out there are skeptical too.
I'm a big guy. I lift like heavy weights. I was like, there's no way like I could go in there and then have all these issues that I've been having like resolved. And but I mean, I knew he was onto something. He had a point.
What were the issues at that point?
I mean, it's funny. So I was having lots of issues with like my lower back, my neck, mobility. I realized I was a lot more stiff than I'm used to being. Even working out and stuff, my range of motion wasn't there. And again, I thought, I'm getting older. They say you should expect this sort of thing. So I didn't really think anything of it, but it wasn't until the first consultation with you where we kind of went through the list of things, and we were like, turn your head, and I was just kind of like, how's this?
I don't know how you've been crossing the street safely all these years.
Don't ask me. But then even in conversations, you brought up things like headaches, which before I never got, and I was suddenly getting, these really bad headaches, pounding headaches. But again, didn't know to think anything, was wrong with my body. I just thought, these are headaches. People get headaches. And so...
Which is just crazy to me that people like accept that. It's like a headache is an alarm system going off. It's like, oh, it's okay for my alarm to go off every day. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, you sort of get used to it, and I mean, you sort of live with it, and then it becomes your new normal. Your new normal is being in pain, and it's almost, for me at least, it was when I wasn't in pain. That's when I was like, that's weird. I was so used to always being in pain that when I wasn't, I felt like something was wrong, and I was, kind of like, what happens? And so, needless to say, with our first adjustment, I mean, almost instantly, I remember getting out of my car after leaving, and I usually get these shooting pains at my leg or in my hips, and I didn't, and I thought, like, I mean, from there, I think I was probably hooked already just in the conversation, but that was sort of the solidifier for me, as like not having those sharp shooting pains that I'm so constant. I mean, I get out of my car, 5-6 times a day like anyone else, and for the first time, like I didn't feel that strong pain, and I thought, oh man.
After one adjustment?
After one adjustment, after the first one.
Wow. And talk to me about where your body's at now after, a month again adjust. Because you've been coming in 3 times a week. He has been, yeah.
I mean, I'm fully committed, and again, what you said, a lot of the things we talked about made a lot of sense to me, just as far as how my body is supposed to be functioning. And it's funny because you didn't really know me before I was seeing you, but you said a lot of things that triggered, like that's how it was before. I could go to the gym and put in 2 hours and not think about it, or I could give you a good 45 minutes of straight intense cardio and not even blink, and now it's kind of like 5 minutes. Like that's about all my body's gonna handle today. So that was really, really exciting.
You're saying that with 5 minutes just because of the pain and discomfort.
Yeah, I was, again, so used to just modifying my workouts based on what my body was telling me versus finding solutions for it. Yeah. So it was like, today, that's all I have is 5 minutes. That's all I'm going to give it is 5 minutes. And then some days I just push through it, but then, the following day I'd be worse off. And it's not even so much like the soreness from working out. It's like this soreness from all the pain. So it was a very interesting relationship that I had with
You ever watch that Ronnie Coleman documentary on Netflix?
I haven't yet, but you told me about it.
I mean, this guy, he was getting 10 out of 10 pain, shooting numbness. The guy can barely walk. He's still going to the gym and doing leg presses with thousands of pounds. And he goes, you know what? The same thing happened down my arm. And after a year and a half, it healed. So this will heal too. So he's going to push through it. But folks, exercise is a stressor. And the more that you beat your body up and you think that, oh, I just worked out, everything's sore, you know, this is what I needed to do, it shouldn't hurt you. And if you're going to the gym, you're like, I only have 5 minutes, or I'm getting headaches every day, like, oh, this is normal because all my friends have the headaches and they're hurting. Get new friends, okay? You shouldn't. Okay. I get it.
Right. He's right.
Okay, so Derek and I are friends now, and I'm also, his chiropractor, and he brings in his amazing energy, and that makes me very excited to get this gentleman adjusted. So let's take him through what we do each visit here with you, and just to clarify the key things that have been happening with you. Headaches, I believe they're happening about 3 times a week regularly. We would have the low back discomfort, limiting you to exercise, shooting pain going down the leg, and the neck and the mid-back discomfort. So
some numbness. I did also get a little bit of numbness. And again, just zero mobility. One of the first exercises you told me lay down and then raise your leg, and I couldn't. And I mean, I was like, okay, come on, this is. Wait a minute.
We're gonna do that again. And actually, let's do this one a little bit differently. So, Joe, if you can, I want to test. Derek, you're gonna look straight ahead, and I want you to go from above Joe. So stand for me right on over here if you can. And Derek, what I want you to do is, and go stand right here, Joe. Stand on the. Yes, sir. Go right above it. And what I want you to do, Derek, is look as far to the right as you can without moving your thoracic spine. Look as far to the right as you can without moving your thoracic spine. Okay. Oh, that is so much better. Left. You know what? He was not able to do that a few weeks ago. Never mind. We can't test that out. That's amazing. Lie face down for me. All right. You improved too much in this first month, and now you messed up our video. Not fair. All right, that was amazing. Like, you could not do that a few weeks ago. I'm so proud right now. Let's notice what we notice. The legs, this one looks like it's turning a little bit more. That right hip looks like it's hiking. And this is looking fairly balanced. You can tell that he's got some strong muscles in this mid-thoracic region. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and see how this gentleman's spine is moving. Awesome. Legs are going to be even. Looks like the right is long, left is going to be short in that second position. And then, Derek, let me know, is there any pain or discomfort for you?
No.
No, it's because you've been getting adjusted this week. That's why. I'm going to place my hand here, and this is that test that we did at the beginning. Lift that right leg up for me. And then left. Beautiful. What was that like for you when you had come in here a month ago?
I couldn't lift my right leg at all.
So he couldn't lift his leg at all, and this is after 1 month of chiropractic care. His headaches gone, no shooting numbness, low back pain gone, and his whole body's feeling better. And he's able to crush the gym again. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is palpate his pelvis. I'm very familiar with his spine because he's been getting adjusted regularly here. So what I'm noticing with Derek is that there's restriction on this left side here at his sacrum, and it's going into his ilium here as well. Primarily a desk job, correct?
Yep.
So what we notice that the muscles in this low back here, that they're very tight and they're tense, and certainly there's going to be a lack of motion in a couple of these areas, and mild spasms will occur upon touch as well, i.e. the muscle jumping out at you. So what we're going to do with Mr. Derek here, we don't want to waste a whole lot of time. Let's get this man adjusted. We're going to open up his pelvis first, this side up facing me. And we're going to retest that again. Now you're going to see what it feels like to have it after you get adjusted as well.
Okay.
We're going to roll that over and go ahead and just breathe that out. Just let it relax. Let it relax. Perfect. Right there. Breathe out. Nice. Perfect. Other side. Good. So we moved his lumbar spine here. And then this is going to be our big release where we're going to go ahead and get some motion. You're going to let your head relax all the way down. Get comfortable for me, my man. Right here on his sacrum, I'm going to release this lower side down. Breathe that out. Breathe it out. Perfect. Woo! Face down. Cool. Lift your right leg up as high as you can. Don't kick my head. Left side. Oh, he's coming after me now. That was awesome. Big difference, Derek.
Yeah, it's much better.
So here's the key. You can improve until you get rid of the pain, or you can keep working on it until you get normal, proper function like you're supposed to as a human being. Ultimately, the choice is yours. All right, brother. This is starting to relax. Love feeling that. Right there, that's a wall. Okay, so this is where we're holding our tension and even going into this region here, T1. I'm gonna do a special stand-up move with you after that, but I wanna go get you on your back for me. Okay. And as you can see, Derek exercises, he's got a lot of muscle on him, so what you wanna do is open up his mid-thoracic spine as much as possible and meet him with a bit of muscle as well. So you're gonna go ahead and breathe out for me. Nice. Amazing release. Wow, he's happy.
That's good.
He's happy.
That was a good one.
Good. So what does your neck feel like, Derek?
A neck, actually.
It does feel like a neck?
It works. It actually functions.
It functions. But would you say it's tight, tense? What would you say to the folks?
I mean, now or before?
Before and now.
Well, before, yeah, I had no motion at all. In fact, I remember seeing the X-rays at first, and there was no curve at all in my neck.
Why is the curve so important in our neck?
I don't know. What is this?
You don't know?
No.
You're born with it, and you should keep it.
Oh, and that's why.
It's because you're born with it. Yeah. So it's a good idea to keep it because it allows your weight to be distributed evenly throughout. Okay? And if you're designed like that and you have your brainstem sitting there, you want to keep it that way because if you start stretching out, it's just like a banana, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a curve banana,
yeah.
you start to straighten out that banana, what happens with banana?
It breaks. Right?
It breaks,
Yeah.
right? So that's why it's the same reason it's important is you start to straighten that, all the muscles below start to tighten, tension.
Got it.
And you don't want that.
Yeah, no.
What I feel, left side of your neck here, lower down by about C7, let it relax. Wow, that was a good release. You're definitely going to be famous on Instagram. Let that drop, chin up. That one too. You're going to go ahead and breathe out all the way for me. Nice. Whoa. Beautiful release. And we got one more bonus move, my man. You're going to stand for me right here. You're going to face that way.
Okay.
You're going to take those hands, you're going to interlace them like this, put it behind your back, and then legs just go a little bit wider, and I'm going to be right here. Then look straight ahead for me. Let it relax. A little more. There it is.
That was good.
My man Derek, what do you want to tell him?
This guy knows what he's doing. I was skeptical. I mean, embarrassingly enough, I figured I could just figure it out on my own or work all the way through it. I recommend it. I encourage you to come see this guy after the first visit. You'll be a believer. I sure am.
Awesome. Hey, appreciate you. Thank you for that.
Likewise.
I didn't pay him to say that either.